Hey crew, Rival here, and quite a few of you have been asking in the comments, how do I prepare for such sweaty games? How do I improve my aim? How do I get better at Halo Infinite Super Husky Raid? And, the first step is get better at your aiming, okay? So I'm going to show you exactly how I would treat my aim practice. I'm going to do this 3 to 4 times a week as like a 10-minute, 12-minute warm-up, and I'll show you exactly how I set this up and basically treat you as if you are starting over from square one with things that you probably never even taught yourself how to do first, and your tendency is just, I'm going to warm up in game and I'm just going to jump in. So for me, warming up is huge. Most days I'm going to warm up. Very few days will I just jump in if, maybe time is I only have an hour or something like that. But oftentimes if I only have an hour, that's when I'll get in a lot of practice, a lot of aim practice, some flag grappling practice. If you don't know the last time you practiced, a certain map, that'd be a great time to do it. But today we're going to talk about aim. In the future, I'll show you how I work with different maps, work with different bot settings and things like that to really prepare for a lot of people or to prepare for some of the more sweaty matches. But again, we're talking aim today. So let's jump in. All right, so let's get this set up. So under custom settings, under custom game mode, mode editor, click on it. We're going to search for Heifer, aimbots Heifer, H-E-F-R. Right here, aimbots. What this is going to do is set everything up that we need. Now, I personally have made my own aimbots because there's just a few things I like different, like unlimited equipment, unlimited thruster, unlimited grapple, whatever. So I've made a little tweak, but otherwise I'm pretty much using the same game mode you'll be using. And as you get better, you can tweak this. So if you've seen my aim video before, this is just an update to that. And then the map is aimbots v2. So we'll load into this. Now, the first step is dwindling everything down to its bare minimum. So I want to really hone you in on bots can only come from this direction. We're going to practice some different weapons. We're going to practice perfect aim with as few variables as possible. Then as we get better, we're going to add some variables, new weapons, new spawns, things like that. So what I'm going to set up for you is exactly if I were starting over day one, how I would do this. So I'm going to sign in here or join in here. So I start with the bandit, even though in Super Husky we don't have a bandit, but up above us are the spawns. So I'm going to turn off almost all the spawns except for the 3 that are in front of me. This will add some depth to the spawn, so I have to adjust my aim a little bit. But I'm just going to leave these 3 on. Now I'm going to turn the bots on. 8 of them. And then I'm going to turn their speed off. I'm also going to turn their jump off. So all they can do is thrust because I have thruster. But they're not moving much. Very little movement. This is where we need to be. Now, I need to teach you not to use your right hand very much, okay? We need to get comfortable using our left hand, whether it's on the stick or on the WASD keys. Most of your movement comes from your left hand. So I'm just making micro adjustments, right? So I get some here, and I'm making micro adjustments. I turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need you to get super good at this. You can do it in your scope. Little movements, right? Little movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the reason we start with the bandit is it's so much more forgiving than any of the other weapons. It gives you such a big reticle. You only have to be kind of close to get that shot, right? You only have to be kind of close. But you're working just some basic, moderate strafing. So let's use like this spawn as an example, this square. That's about all the movement I think you should do your first few weeks. Now I'm going to practice this 4 to 6 times a week as a 10 to 12 minute warm-up. If there's a day that I only have 20 minutes to play, I'm not going to spend 6 of those minutes trying to find a team just to wait 3 minutes while it's searching to play one game. I'm going to come in, do some aim training. I'm going to do some map training or whatever. Today we're talking aim training. So again, I'm just micro adjustments. Once I get maybe 20 to 40 kills doing this, maybe I add some more movement. But again, this is day 1, week 1. I'm not adding in anything too crazy. I'm just going back and forth and bam, 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 micro adjustments. I'm holding A and D back and forth, just doing some basic strafing. The whole point of doing it this way is you become so good at the basics that that's where your true strength is, right? It's not the fancy stuff, because fancy stuff is just kind of peppered in there in between long bouts of basic. When I'm sniping, when I'm killing people, I'm doing some very basic things that I'll be showing you. And in between, maybe I'm getting a little fancy, but I always come back to the basics because it's so second nature, because I've killed tens of thousands of bots. Now, as you get, say, 20, 30, 40 kills, now you might want to introduce a new weapon. I prefer the Stalker Rifle, not only because it's a 3-shot kill in Super Husky, it's kind of like the battle rifle of Super Husky, but the reticle is far less forgiving. So I'm really honing in my aim here, especially if I'm truly going for perfects. You have to be really accurate if you're going to do some no-scope perfects, like you'll see me trying here. But I'm focusing on getting that perfect and not focus on how fast can I get the kill. Those guys strafed way over there. So again, I'm not worrying about changing direction, even though they spawn back there. I'm worried about perfect aim. Subtle adjustments, using my movement to get me there, right? Because I cover so much distance, it's so hard to aim with just your right thumb. Especially as they start moving. If they're holding still, easy, but as soon as they start moving, it makes it really difficult. So, you know, I'll get 20 to 40 kills like this. Then, maybe I add in some movement. So, you know, I'm getting warmer now. Let's put some movement back in. They're not jumping yet. They're just moving. So now I'm going to try to match their strafe. If they move left, I'm going to try to move left. So that's all I'm doing. Now the thruster makes it a little difficult, and if you stay with just the heifer, it's going to be grapple. It's not going to be thruster, so you don't have to worry about this. But you're just trying to match them strafe for strafe, because you're still trying to do some micro adjustments, strafe for strafe. As they get further away, this is when you pull up your scope, right? As they get closer, you know, you can take off your scope. Now, let's turn them off again so they're slow. As you get comfortable with their movement, now what I want to do is one of the most basic strafing / high skill moves, especially with the stalker, is not moving your eyes very much to get a 3-shot kill, but moving your vertical. You're crouching now. So what we're going to do is most of my kills boil down to me shooting to the body, right? So shooting, crouching, coming up, and slightly flicking to the head. This is most of my kills. 1, 2, 3. They're not moving. 1, 2, 3. I can move. 1, 2, 3. I might do a double crouch, but this is most of my strafing. I might go right, crouch, left, up, but it's 1 shot to the body, 1 shot on crouch, 1 shot to the head. And after, you know, thousands of repetitions, you just know where their heads are. So I can flick that head pretty comfortably, but I can get a little sneaky with it. You know, crouch, move to the right, crouch, move to the right. But it all boils down to 1 to the body, crouch, 1 to the body, stand, headshot. So by me coming up, it's already moving my reticle, and then all I have to do is tweak it up. If you're really good at heads, I don't even have to move my right hand at all, right? Because it's already at head level. So I'm here, and then I'm here, there. Unless they're changing depth on you, if they're only going side to side, or maybe they're sniping or whatever, 1 to the body, or 1 to the head, crouch, head, 1 to the head, crouch, then head again, and you get that headshot every time. And this is, again, where most of my skill comes from. Is I shoot center of mass, I crouch and hit them in the head. Because if we go like this is what it looks like. 1, 2, 3. This is what they're seeing, right? This is hard to hit. But for my aim, it's just 2 to the body, 1 to the head. 2 to the body, 1 to the head. 2 to the body, 1 to the head. That's all it is. I can change my direction. I can add some extra crouching. I can do, you know, backwards movements as I get better. All I'm doing is shot, shot, shot to the head. Now, as you get more competent with that, now you can add their movement back in. Now you're trying to match their strafe and work in that extra crouching. Right, so body, 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 head. Body, crouch, head. Body, crouch, head. That's it. That's all I'm doing. We're not switching weapons yet. We're not turning around much. We're still just learning. Now, once you've done 30 kills with a bandit, 30 kills with the stalker, you're adding in the shot, crouch, shot, stand, shot. Now you can start, again, having them move. Maybe you add in a few more spawns because you're 6, 8 minutes in. You're doing this for 10 to 12 minutes. Now you can get a little more dynamic. So here's how I would make things more dynamic for myself. So let's just turn these spawns on. Okay, so I'm to the point now where I spend 2 minutes or 40 kills with the bandit, 2 minutes, 40 kills with them moving, and I'll even turn their jump back on. And then once I'm comfortable there, then I'll start to add in obstacles. So I like to put them both, but for the longest time I would put one in at a time. So these pillars, they're going to work on object permanence. In your mind's eye, where is this person? So here's this person. I'm going to shoot him, tuck behind. And I'm to the point where it's so natural for me to crouch that even as I'm going around the side, I'm going to come out in a crouch. Because the person I'm attacking doesn't know where my head's at. You know, if I'm here, but I always will come out of a crouch for that third shot. So if you ever want to kill me, wait till my third shot. Shoot me right in the head. I'm giving away my secrets, right? It's just 1 to the body, a crouch, 1 to the body, 1 to the head. And this is practicing where are they, right? Where is this guy? Okay, he's right there. So now I'm having to remember, oh, he's right here. Okay, where is he? He's right there. Where is he now? Right over there. So you spend 2 to 3 minutes practicing that. Maybe you want to do some more dynamic movements. So maybe you start adding in some slides, right? You jump up, you come down, you slide, and then you try to hit that shot. Now, if that's too advanced for you, or even the pillars are too advanced, something you can work on is pull up your sniper, strafe left, and just aim to the right. So for mouse, this is the most difficult because you have to really contort your body. You have to really contort your body. Oh, they're jumping. Crazy right now. Really contort your body to get that to the right. Then I'll strafe right, shooting left, which is a little more comfortable. And all I'm trying to do is just get comfortable hitting the head, right? Doing a terrible job right now. Then I might go left, aim left. So left, aim left, left, aim left, right, aim right. And I might spend 30 seconds just strafing left, 30 seconds just strafing right, and then mix it up. And then maybe I start going back and forth. Just, I pick out a target, and I shoot that target. And even if it takes me a few shots, that's fine. Maybe I switch back to my stalker rifle for a few. You know, again, 2 to the body, 1 to the head. 1, 2, 3. I'm 1, crouch, head. Oh, got behind that butt. 1, 2, head. And it's just sheer repetition. Now, at some point, I'll pull out maybe the shock rifle because it makes me either have to hit a perfect headshot, which is great practice, but if I don't hit that perfect headshot, it simulates the S7 flex fire a little bit more from the Husky, right? Because the sniper rifle, a shot to the head doesn't kill you. You know, you have to do 2 shots to the head. So unless you're absolutely perfect, you won't get a headshot or you won't kill them with the shock rifle, but it will make you take multiple shots. So if you do 2 to the body with the S7, you still have to hit that head, or 3 to the body. So again, the shock rifle gives you a similar reticle for Super Husky. So it really hones you in. And then again, as you get more comfortable, now you can start like turning around and looking for a target, turning around and looking for a target. It's all about just how many repetitions have you put in and how slow did you go. You start off super, super basic. All the spawns in front of you, very little movement, hit all your shots. You know, they're standing still, they're not jumping. Okay, let's add in some jumps. Now they're jumping, but they're standing still. You're getting those shots. Now you're adding in movement. You're getting in your shots. Now you're adding in movement and jumps. You're getting in your shots. Now you put all the spawns up, but you take away their movement. Now you're changing your own level. You're having to turn around, do all these things. Then you make them move. Then you make them jump. Now let's add in obstacles. Now let's add in different weapons. It is a slow, strategic increase. You don't just jump into my level of aim training because you haven't gotten there yet, okay? It's really important that you take your time because even though it sounds dumb, it's only 8 to 12 minutes, 4 to 6 times a week. It sounds like it's not going to do much for you. But when you're in a gunfight, all of a sudden you find yourself, oh, I'm doing that crouching thing that he talked about. Holy cow, that saved my life. Or, wow, I'm really good at turning around and finding that target because you practiced in a very calm, slowed down practice. You can't learn advanced things in the moment. Now, what you can do is pull off a really crazy skill in, say, a Husky made map, record it, look back and say, how do I practice that? I glitched that booster, I grappled that flag, I got that shot. How do I practice that? You come back in a calm setting and you practice. So again, start off extremely slow. Start further back than you even think. If you get absolutely dead bored getting to 150 kills, great. Do it one more time, dead bored, and then you can move on. But if it's kind of tricky, it's kind of hard, it kind of got you frustrated, that's exactly where you need to be. I don't need you pulling off crazy, switch to a different weapon, pull off 7 perfects in a row while changing directions and hitting and chucking grenades and doing all that. That's advanced stuff, something you can practice in the future. So again, this is Rival. I'm just trying to make you guys better today. And this is how you do it. With a little bit of practice, a little bit of a warm-up, you guys are going to own your Super Husky raids. If you guys haven't subscribed yet to this channel, please do so. I'm releasing more and more videos like this, teaching you exactly how, if I were starting over from day one, how would I want someone to teach me how to improve my game. So I'll see you guys next time.